Hey guys, welcome back to Grim Reaper coming at you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Today we're going to go over a champion showcase, but before we do that, I'm just going to go pick up my relentless gear, which I happily sniped last night and was the most retainable way. So in the end I finished with 8,000 points. Nice. Sorry, Electrics and Grumpy Forest. You got sniped last minute. So I was top, and now I'm not top. Sorry, and then I went back to top. Hopefully not ancient shard here. No, okay. It is what it is, I suppose. Right, let me go on to other things to check this very quickly. And I not have the champion which I'm looking for, which is Necrid. So anyway, let's go on with today's video. So today's video is going to be a champion showcase on Duchess, just because I have recently pulled a third Duchess. So I have 3 different builds of Duchess. I don't know how I've never completed a showcase of Duchess, to be honest. But I suppose today's showcase is going to be today. So I've got 2 types of arena builds, and then I've got a P versus Z build I'm going to show you. This will be a bit of a long video, so I'll add chapters down the bottom that you can go and check out. And for the bits that you want to see the builds and stuff like that, you will. And then I'll kind of show you the different builds and stuff towards the end of this video. So we're going to start for arena, obviously. I think arena is a really a big thing for people. So Duchess obviously is a god in all content and stuff like that. So we're going to look for the perfect teams where I use my 2 different Duchess. So for arena right now, I also do use my third Duchess in 3 versus 3, so I will kind of show you what teams I've used her there. So this one looks quite slow. We've got a medium fast Duchess, nothing crazy, but she's in bolster for this one. We have a crazy fast Warlord and a high accuracy Kai'Ma, and then a Baron who has a lot of damage. I think my Baron has just under 300 critical damage, savage, cruel, and 7,700 attack, more or less, a little bit higher than that, just to kind of showcase that. So here, as you can see, we're just going to do a double slap. You guys have probably seen me use this team a few times. If you don't have a shield bolster set, you can use shield as well. That is also a recommendation. So as you can see, that was a very fast farm. And again, we have got Marishka here, so this might be something I might have to do on manual, but this can win perfectly well and nothing to worry about. So this Duchess is a tanky Duchess, so high accuracy, high HP, high defense, and a reasonable good speed. Now, in this build, you could argue that making it faster would be better. However, the champions I use her with, so I use her in this side of the team with the 2 fast CCs, I don't really feel that I need her to be crazy fast in this team. So it does kind of matter who you build around that. And also, the second team that I use her in is also going to be with Necrid, right? So I do use her in Necrid. Sometimes I swap out Arbiter when I need to be slower, or when it benefits me to be slower and I don't want to increase speed. I will drop Arb for her for this Duchess and bring in a Necrid. So as you can see here, my perfect Rose killer is Turbolt. Necrid goes on to him, Duchess and bolster, Necrid and bolster, and a stone skin UDK, which gives me all the protection I need and stuff like that. So yeah, fairly good team. If we can find a Rose in a minute, I'll showcase that build as well here. And then I do have a second type of Duchess build, which I'm still kind of fine-tuning. If I'm honest, I'm not using it that much at the moment. I think it's my style of play, it's my style of just having stuff around. So this is the main one I use. I think it's also blessings that kind of puts me off as well. So that is something to kind of bear in mind. We have in harmony there. She is okay against Taurus and Marish, I suppose. I actually know Jameson. We was in Claw together at our time, so we do have a bit of a history, I suppose, but a nice history, not a bad history. It looks like that Piggy is going to cause me a little bit of a hassle here. I also have met Jimson in live arena, and we had a little bit of fun between us. which was probably one of the few counters I've actually been able to win. So this decreased attack will hurt me a little bit, and as you can see, the double Helicat is really effective until Baron gets a turn, and then I'm just gonna hit auto here because it's just a straight up. And this is why I run at this speed, because I don't want him too fast, and I wanted to keep the Veils on Baron much longer. That's why he's much slower and she is much faster, and what I have and stuff like that, especially when I go up against Mortimer Carbs as well. Big DD there. I think we're just going to press refresh there. Mortimer Carb, this builds are quite effective against Mortimer Carb as well. It's quite tanky. It's very rare Mortimer Carb can one shot with Duchess now, so hopefully we can kind of just showcase here of what I mean. And there is sometimes people build a fast Mortimer Carb which catches you out. There's not much I can really do about that. So Mortimer Carb can ignore shield, so the bolster doesn't actually do much, but the build is fairly tanky. Trunda and stuff like that. Okay, so I think this is a great one to kind of showcase the second Duchess. So before we hit this other team, Yumiko, because this Duchess, the second Duchess, is built towards that. This is my first Duchess. So we have one piece of reaction. Now you should have 3 pieces of reaction, but I also, because I use this on offense, I do tend to go stats over over what I need. So these are the masteries for this high HP and high defense Duchess. I went with timely intervention. I do like that. I have also tested out XR Life and Thick Skin, just depending. If I had lots of HP but not enough defense, you can also go there. Or if you don't want an extra turn meter for any reason, that is also there. Spirit of Haste is a really key mastery. Lasting Gifts because of the A2. Also Cycle of Violence are really key because you're not going to go down here, so trying to get that cooldown is super nice. And again, we talked about the extra turn meter just to help us cycle through that. Recycle of Gifts as well gives you extra turn meter if you get crit, so every nuke high up in arena will have the critical rate to do what we need it to do and to benefit me. Blessing, I've gone with Harvest Jack. I think for, it doesn't matter if you're doing a high HP Duchess or high resist Duchess, until you get to level 6, I generally believe that this is the best mastery and is actually quite OP and stacks with other life harvest as well, which is quite nice. And again, gives me extra turn meter, so it fits the masteries really, really well. You could also go with Polymorph if you have a 6-star. I think a Polymorph is not too bad. I do generally still like the HP as the Blessing because I feel like it gives a bit more utility. Lightning Cage, waste of time really. Temporary Chains and Invisible Presence, we're just gonna call it Presence. They're okay. Again, I don't feel like they're the best masteries for Duchess because normally when you use a Duchess, she's gonna be like the second one. So these are the things that we're using her. She is fully ascended, and we are using Immortal just to kind of beefing out that bolster as much as possible. These are my stats so far. You got 136,000, 4,400, and 222 speed. That speed can still come up. That HP can also still come up. Like, I'm not fully glyphed yet, so there is quite a bit of work on this build that can still be done to enhance it even more. I reckon I can probably push it or juice it up to about 140, which would be really nice. So that is the first Duchess in arena. We're gonna come down to the second one now, which is gonna be like a anti lockout. So I might get killed a little bit by what's his name, Baron. So we're actually going to go with the resist aura here because this also benefits her as well. And then Rhodas is always good against Baron. It's always good against lockout champions and stuff like that. So I do like Mephala for these style of teams as well, just because generally and I build it really fast so we can overtake and stuff like that. So as you can see, we don't get locked out. We do have stone skin as well, which is really, really useful. And we also are using Necrid just because, again, he's in a bolster set, just gives me a bit more protection. And as you can see, Brodus, because I have the cooldown on his masteries, is going to be able to come in and take out the champions that we need to do. But there you go. So again, Mythala is a really good, useful how you build her. If she has a half decent build, I think you'd be doing fine there. So we do unfortunately get the reflection from Unicorn, which I feel like is quite normal to get RNG'd on the videos. It is really painful sometimes, but we'll still be okay here and be able to take this out. So this is a high resist Duchess. If you do have Necrid, champions like Necrid, Ursula, this is a perfect way of building it. She's not the best of builds right now. I do need to work on her survivability and stuff like that. So again, I will showcase you the build, but this does its job. As you can see, I'm talking here, could have probably farmed it much faster. So again, this has a really useful effect. Okay, so we have another warlord here. I did climb up a little bit in rankings just to help find the warlords, just to kind of make this video a little bit quicker for you guys. So we survived Taurus. That's good to see, by the way. Taurus is a very difficult difficult champion to deal with. Okay, so we're actually gonna go to the A1 there. Just don't want to cause too many issues here. Taurus will be a very hard champion to beat right now. Even as they start a team. I'm gonna try and take out Warlord first because I don't have a reviver. There we are. I'm gonna do what we need to do. After Mythala next. Don't want to encourage that Taurus to have too many turns either. Probably will go after Taurus in a second, so I can get rid of Mythala. Big shields from Valkyrie. I've missed to use the button there. Extra turn actually might be useful. Oh, I thought I got extra turn there. Must be seeing things. Gotta be careful now because that can one-shot us. You should just counter-attacked and I've been petrified. Obviously now I've been petrified, that's given me a much harder life. Big boy hit. And we've been petrified him, which is lovely. Gonna remove our petrification. So as you can see, overall, this Duchess is very effective, and this Duchess is actually really squishy, but with the right team around her, definitely can cause some problems. And this is again, if you have the luxury of having multiple Duchess builds, and I think building a high resist Duchess or high HP Duchess or fast Duchess, like they're normally the most common three to see. I think it's really player preference, but also what you have on your account as well. So okay, so we've got another. This will be the last one we'll do in arena because I do want to move on from this, and this video is getting a little bit long. I always knew it would be. I'll show you the build in a second to this. So I was able to deal with Hedgie fairly well there. like so. That bolster set does really help as well. I'm actually going to try to take him out first because it's passive and I know how squishy he is. And hopefully we can deal with this ARB pretty quickly. Lovely. Lovely way you it's brought back. That's lovely indeed. I'm actually going to go with the A1 again. Try to get the extra turn. I don't think Rollis has procced any extra turns in this video today. My man is trying to get a day off. Don't need to worry about too much. We just got to be patient and wait for this. Let's be honest, we all know how squishy Arbiter is. Oh, finally, Rose comes in with that extra turn. We do have a, looks like we got a provoke Hedgie on our hands here. We don't see many Hedgies these days. Remember when he was bee's knees for everyone. Okay, so we'll take out here. Some reason Hedgie went down as well at the same time. Oh, there we are. There is that Duchess build. Let me go showcase you this build as well, and then we're going to move on to the other part of the video. So Duchess number 2 is a 6-star stone skin build, and again, reaction would be appreciated, but I just don't have any right now. And also it didn't roll the right resistance and stuff like that I was looking for. And then we have, I'm trying to make it tanky as possible, so I'm not fully sended everything, so that will bring some extra stats as well. And then let me showcase you this. Now, if he was going to go high resistance build, again, I would take Sheep 6-star if you can, because she should go in the leads, and that's really useful for a passive. But also, if you have a 6-star Sheep, it should be in the lead. Some key masteries here, Shakeable for extra resistance. Retribution is always nice because the A1 and shield. Selfless defense, just in case there is a Chimera in there, actually does sleep you. That'll help wake her up. We've got Lasting Gifts again, which we spoke about earlier, and Merciful Aid, and then reducing the damage as much as possible, so rejection, and improve parry, and Wisdom Battles always generally nice as well. Again, the main 2 blessings for me would be Life Harvest, which is the one I have on my Duchess, or Polly, just because you get extra resistance. It generally depends if you need, you could argue yourself if you want extra HP or the extra defense, because they both come with resistance and speed. Obviously, if she's in stone skin, I would still go really slow and tanky. Nutcracker would give this kind of build a problem, so you do need to build the rest of the team around her to make it tanky as possible. If you was going to go high resistance but wanted to go really fast, you could also do that as well. This generally means you're going to lose more stats. This is what high resist Duchess looks like without empowerment or anything else. So we're going to showcase the 3rd Duchess then, and this one's actually going to be a P versus E build. So this is going to be something that we'll showcase in a Hydra. But this build is also perfect for faction wars, also perfect for overall. So if you have one Duchess, I would recommend using this Duchess everywhere. This is a high Hydra build, so this could be used in Nightmare as well, and this is perfect for dungeons. So yeah, so let's get into it and let's showcase you the teams. So this is going to be the team we're going to showcase today. This is Brutal. I'm not going to show all the builds on these champions because it'll just make this video really long. I will be showcasing this Duchess. If you do want to see the builds of these, you can go check out other videos, or you can go to my link below and join my Discord group and just ask me there where I can give you the screenshots and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get into it then, and we'll be back after the recording. So there we are. There is Duchess number 3 in full action. The team can be full auto, by the way. You can just leave it on. I just like to mangle it because I get a bit of weak RNG and stuff like that. So it kind of is what it is. Anyway, this is Duchess number 3. So we have got good HP, good defense. Now you don't need crazy defense or HP for like Hydra and stuff like that, but you do need fairly good numbers. We do have a speed of 269. Again, if you do have that 20 speed aura, so for Hydra this is good enough for Hydra as well. You do need speed to in your team, bear in mind. The gear is not being fully ascended or lift really, so lots of juice can still come out of that. Look out for a banner and stuff like that. So a regen set is always nice for Hydra as well, and other areas of that. It can be a little bit annoying as well actually for other things as well. And these are the masteries, again very similar to my bolster Duchess. So there we are. You got the 3 strongest sets in the game for me for a Duchess. Stone Skin, bolster and regen are probably like the top 3 sets for me to use, depending on where I'm using her for and where that. Hopefully you guys really like this video, and it's a good way to see a Duchess build, and I suppose a little bit of a flex, right? Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, go into that giveaway, and I'll see you on the next video, which will be probably tomorrow. Till then, peace out.